This holiday season, Mary and I want to introduce you to our very good friend Lil Heiland and her story about one family and the journey that she's been through over the past year. The message we want to impart for this year is a message from the Dalai Lama that it's not enough to be compassionate, we must act.
I was going down to Lytton Paper before Christmas to get some napkins and paper plates or whatever. And as I was coming out, I saw this family running for a bus. It was cold, and they didn't have on boots, and they didn't have on warm jackets, and they were little kids. And I could feel my mother, who haunts me around the holidays, saying, "You've got plenty of time. Go pick them up. They're cold." And I pull over and invite them into the car and say, "I'll take you where you need to go." And it became very apparent that they had no place to go, that they had been trying to get into a shelter, but there was no room in the inn. And so I took them to a hotel, and thus started the first one family. We stuck with that family for a year. During that time they had housing, the kids were in daycare, they had food, they had a roof over their head, and they were safe for a year.
That's
and
great.
It was amazing how many people, we just by word of mouth, got involved in this project because it was just one family and there was the personal contact. They would hear about them, we would visit with them. It was very different than going through an organization.
And tell us about this newest family that you've just met.
Well, we've just started with a family. The mother's name is Sherry, and she has 3 daughters, 2 living in the home, one 15 and one in 3rd grade. That's about 8, I guess. And she is one of the people who's caught in the gulf between having a job and being productive and being on welfare. She has been employed at Kmart, at Super America, but she was beaten at one time, and she is hearing impaired. She has brain damage that has caused her to have poor balance, and she has a foot that drags. So going out in the winter is really difficult for her. And she really wants to work. But in the meantime, the only assistance she has is with food. And so she and the girls get a certain amount of money for food. But food doesn't include any paper products. It doesn't include toilet paper, it doesn't include paper towels, it doesn't include shampoo, it doesn't include laundry detergent. So all of those things she has to figure out a way to get. During the summer, her oldest daughter had a job. She was buying some of those things. The maintenance man sneaks toilet paper from the office supplies to her. But there's no way she can get some of the things we so take for granted. So you step in and you have to watch how they live and think, why are they making the choice to use these little plastic plates? And try to understand and learn from them what their life is like. And it's an extraordinary experience. This woman, to me, seems very earthbound. I mean, she is a woman who wants to work, who has had jobs, who seems pretty solid and has a good relationship with these kids. And I think she's going to be employed. So we're assessing the needs and where we can fit to help supplement as she goes along and help the kids.
So how do you see, if we could help you help this one family, what would that look like for the people who could contribute to one family?
Well, I think there's a number of things. One is, in the first round with the first family, we got so many creative ideas of what could be done. Certainly, the ideas are important. Money is important. Things that you might have or your kids have that they don't need anymore, that teenagers would want, would be valuable. Clothes, but ongoing supplies they need all the time. and the things that make the teenager's life not not so difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And because as this 14-year-old, 15-year-old girl feels more outside, the more she's beginning to act out. And I think as Christmas comes up, they have no way of getting anything for the holidays. And so, certainly money, gift cards would be wonderful.
Well, we hope to be able to help your one family and really thank you for everything that you're doing.
Well, thank you.